resolutions were made at this meeting. And yesterday, the popular activist Sunday Igboho's house was set ablaze in Ibadan. These are some of the issues we'll be addressing on today's morning review. And with me in the studio, we have Mr. Dapo Falade, is a political reporter and an analyst on national issues. It's good to have you in the studio with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Okay, so moving on, we're going to be going straight to, we are beginning from the meeting that held on Monday between the Southwest Governors Forum and MACBAN, which is the Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association. And with the resolutions made, would you say that it is a step closer in ending the tension in the communities or security in the state?
It's good having meeting because we've been talking about negotiation all through the years. But having a meeting and passing a resolution is not an end in itself. It is good that, like I said earlier on, it was a good initiative from the governors from the Southwest. Governor Seyi Makinde from Ibadan, Rotimi Akeredolu, and Kaode Fayemi Nekiti. Yeah, it was a good one. But how effective are they going to be passing a resolution, having a meeting with MACBAN that has been at the center of this whole crisis? If you make a resolution, yes, are you willing? Do you have the willpower to implement the outcome of that meeting? So it's another thing entirely. Passing a resolution is good. Implementing the resolution is
another thing. Okay, so if it eventually gets implemented, would you say it is a right move in order to end the insecurity in the Southwest states?
You know, all through the years, I think the issue of herders having clashes with farmers has been on for more than 20 years now. We'll be hearing people talking about peace meeting, negotiation between the farmers. That those are in the host communities. And they are imposed visitors. I call them imposed visitors because when you get to a particular society as a foreigner, in quote now, you have to conform with the rules guiding that society. But when you think maybe you have the backing of someone somewhere, you can be a law unto yourself. The fallout is what we are seeing. So if they are able to implement the resolution and all the parties involved abide by the resolution, I think it will be a right step in the right direction.
Okay. So as an analyst, if you were to analyze that move, would you say it is a good move or it is just because you said something now about laws, there have been resolutions, they have been saying this would happen, that will happen, but nothing is eventually implemented. So are you saying that this move, it is a good move from the government or something better could have been done in order to stop the insecurity in this state?
You know, when you talk about insecurity, we have so many aspects of insecurity.
Yes.
We have armed robbers, we have kidnappers, we have killings around there.
Yes.
It is not all sorts of insecurity or security issues that are related to herdsmen alone.
Yes.
We have armed robbers. It is not without that. But limiting ourselves to what we are talking about now.
Right now.
I've never seen a situation where a resolution will be passed and the parties involved, especially these herdsmen, will abide by the resolution. That is my fear. That this time around, are they going to abide by the outcome of that meeting? They were talking about no more night grazing, no grazing for underage, and they should move away from the forest. If you are telling them to move away from the forest, there are no bushes around in the township. And these people are saying they are grazing their animals, looking for food for them. Where are they going to get the food? And even Governor Akeredolu did something some 2 weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, when he banned open grazing. It was a right decision taken by the government. It is an eyesore. You go to Abuja, you see cows all over the places, in public places, going to offices. It is it's a national embarrassment.
Yeah.
Now, these people, they came down southwest as they are going to other parts of the country, causing mayhem. Because we've been seeing videos, we have evidence of these cows destroying farm settlements,
Yeah.
destroying farm products, and they'll be saying they have rights to every land available in the country. So some people that have been saying they have a right to all available lands in the country, and when Garba Shehu, the presidential spokesperson, even said they are free to ply their trade in any part of the country, it negates this principle of, this resolution that was passed at the meeting in Akure on Monday, that there should not be open grazing, there should not be grazing in the forest. So how are we going to reconcile the two? The outburst of Garba Shehu and the resolution passed at the meeting. These are critical things that we must look at.
Okay.
Will these people will they be willing to abide by the resolutions passed at the meeting? What happened at Igogo?
Go
Some other Seriki from neighboring towns were apologizing. It is beyond saying I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You are taking away the livelihood of some people, means of survival, famine. You are destroying. Just yesterday, okay, a meeting was held on Monday.
Yes.
But yesterday, it was in the news that over 200 acres of maize farm were destroyed. So where lies the spirit of the resolution? Would you want the farmers affected by that destruction to just fold their hands and they'll be looking? These are problems until we address the main issue. It is only Nigeria, or let me say about only Nigeria, where we are still talking about open grazing.
Open grazing.
People are embracing ranching. For God's sake, I'm into business. I want to rear animals. I want to rear cows. Why can't I find a place for them? This popular musician, Fuji musician, is having a large farm. Wasiu and the K1. His cows were in an enclosure. The man himself will go there to feed them. Why can't these earthmen from the north, if they are truly peace lovers, they should find a way to keep their animals away from the city, away from township, away from farm crops, away from the means, from the source of income of some other people. I cannot plant my cassava. When I'm about harvesting them, a stupid herdsman will come on board. I watched a video. The guy was uprooting this cassava and cutting them into pieces for his cows. What for? These are the issues that we should look at, not just by mere passing a resolution. Would they be ready to abide with such a resolution? Would they look for means to feed their cattle? These are the things that we should look at.
Okay. Then moving on to the fire incident at the Populars activist house Sunday Igboho, would you say it is an attack to set the process backward, or Sunday Igboho is fighting a lone battle? Because according to the interview that was had with him yesterday, he made known that some Yorubas were involved with the attack at his residence in Soka in Ibadan. So would you say he is fighting a lone battle, or this is a strategy by some persons to cause what is the word? I want to be careful with my word.
Maybe to discourage him.
Discourage, or to cause a big issue or a crisis that war might break out. Would you say that is the direction that it came from?
Yeah, historically, it takes a few individuals to make changes in society. You can never see a mass of people resolving to an action simultaneously. Somebody must lead.
Yeah.
It is the failure of the state. Now, when I say state, I don't mean Oyo State, the Nigerian government, that led to the emergence of Chief Sunday Igboho taking the cause of the Yoruba on his head. just like I said earlier on, you can't keep on punishing the people and you think they will not react. A time will come when they will react. And I think that is what is happening now. Now, going back to the fire incident in his house, Oyo State Fire Service yesterday made a release that it was caused by some arsonists. So definitely, there are some people who are out there. I wouldn't say, I don't know where the, who are the mastermind of the incident, but then definitely there are some people that want to stop this guy from carrying out his mission.
Okay.
He said he wants to liberate Yoruba land.
Yeah.
I can say to some extent that the guy is right. That Okeogun Ibarapa axis, it was in the report that Dr. Aborode, Fatah Aborode, the guy came all the way from abroad, established a farm settlement, employed many people. Some people are putting the figure at 50 or 100.
Okay.
That is huge when you have 50 people in your employ. And what happened to him? These animals were destroying his farm, eating the product. The guy just went there, went to the Seriki to complain, and that was the end of his life. The late Aborode's family, his children have been rendered fatherless. The wife is now without a husband. And you want us to keep on looking. Government will promise, we will act, we will do this. No arrest has been made.
Yeah.
As regards the death of that man. We'll be having incidences of rape, kidnapping, allegedly by these Fulani herdsmen. Of course, it is not all Fulani that are bad.
Yeah.
But basically, the allegation has been Fulani herdsmen are the perpetrator of all these vices. And our government is folding its hand. When government fails to act, the people will take up. They will resort to self-help, which is what is happening. Sunday Ogbo's house was touched, razed by arsonists. I want to see it as a kind of retaliation. The guy went there to Igogo to warn the Seriki of Igogo, Seriki Fulani of Igogo, that we don't want you again. We'll be hearing reports, we'll be reading reports all over the places, social media, conventional media. Mietiala saying they will retaliate, things like that. So I wouldn't pin it on Mietiala until the police conclude their investigations. But it's a case of you made a threat yesterday, and we saw the effect today. I won't rule out the possibility of Yoruba collaborators in what happened at that guy's house. In every society, there are still we have elements that lives on negativity. I don't want to use the word bastard. In every home, we have them. So it's quite possible. But I'm sure they collaborated with some other elements to do what they did yesterday morning. But the guy has been saying he's more than resolute, that is forging ahead. If the government has been acting, especially the federal government, if it has been acting all this while, people have been complaining. Borno State is a no-go area and many other parts of the country. But they should not expect that the way the people of Borno and Yobe states are keeping silent,
we will do the
south to
same.
west will be silent. No, it's not possible. The fallout is what we are seeing. And the guy said he will not be deterred. So we are waiting and watching.
Okay, so in line with the fire incidents that happened at the activist's house, it will be recalled that Igbo had about a week ago, visited the community in Ibarapa local government and gave a quick notice to Fulani headsmen that were living in that area. So with this move that he made, a lot of people are saying that there are no such people that can make such bold moves. So would you say that this is the move that only him can make in respect of going there issuing a quick notice and telling them to leave within 7 days, would you say it's only him that has that courage to do so? It's only him that has the power to do so, considering his background and his biography of having metaphysical powers? Would you say it's the only one that has such authority or courage to do that? Because it has never been done before.
You know, I mentioned earlier on that when the government fails to act, people will resort to self-help. Yeah, Igboho, I would say he does not have the power to make a pronouncement that a certain set of people, this time, this particular case, the Fulani, not even the herdsmen alone, Fulanis living in Ibarapa, especially. He went to Igogo.
Yeah.
And that was where he made that pronouncement that they should leave. He gave them 7-day ultimatum. But the man showed that he has courage. It is one thing to lack the power. Because, you know, what he did, some people are saying it's against the law.
Yes.
Now, how can you, as an individual, tell the set of people to live where they are living? But we have so many people, even that are having the state power, but they cannot use it. It's either they are afraid, they don't want to lose their positions, or they are just naturally afraid. But somebody woke up one day and said, enough is enough. So for him to even take that step, it shows that he's a bold and very courageous man, even if he lacks the state power to execute or to make such a pronouncement. But we are saying it, the guy gave them 7-day ultimatum and he went there exactly 7 days after. That I told you people to move, you have to leave. The Seriki Fulani left. We read it in the news that he took his exit. He escaped through the forest, bush paths. How did from Igogo to Ogun State? How was he able to get through, to know that route? There has been allegation that he is the one collecting ransom, allegedly, from victims of kidnapping. That is the go-between between the kidnappers and the victims and their families. You call yourself the Seriki, that means you are the leader of Fulanis there. Why are you limiting yourself, if it is true? Why are you limiting yourself to just collecting ransom? Why can't you identify this? You are paying some people. Why can't you identify them, and hand them over to the law enforcement agencies? Let the law take its course. Sunday Igboho said kidnappers were making demands for as much as 7, 10, 11 million naira. Those that fail to get the ransom, they get killed. Women are being raped over there. People are no longer bold enough to go to their farm. We should look beyond who has the power or who lacks the power. But the fact that Sunday Igboho made the move and we can see the outcome of his action.
Yes.
What were the governors waiting for until Igboho took that bold step? They were there. What were the Southwest governors waiting for until one of their colleagues, Akeredolu, said, enough is enough, no more open grains in Ogun State? They've been there for how many years? It's just that they were, they like the perks of the office. So they were therefore not really bothered about what happened to the people they are ruling over. But things are changing now, given the action of Sunday Igboho. It shows a very courageous man.
Okay, so moving on to the instruction of the governor to the IDP that initially directed the arrest of Sunday Igboho, who is the popular activist. why would you say that order was not effective? Because no arrest has been made till now.
You know, I'm not a police officer.
In your own opinion, as a political analyst.
There is just one thing. We even go to the basics.
Okay.
The President Muhammadu Buhari, has never been known to be a man that is spontaneous in taking action. We had SARS protest. The man, it took him some weeks before he addressed the nation in court. But we were surprised. Igboho went to Igogo, took some steps, and barely 24 hours, Gabashew, even before Igboho, when Akeredolu in Odo State banned open grazing, and that they should move away from the forest, Gabashew was on the air. He was on air saying what the governor is doing is illegal. And after Igboho acted, we read it that the president directed the IGP to get Igboho arrested. Wow. I'm surprised that the man is still a free person. I'm surprised. We are waiting to see when they will effect the arrest, because the guy's been moving around talking to the press.
Yeah.
He's talking to the press. It shows that our people that we have in power, they are nothing but mere dogs that can bark, but they cannot bite. In a society where there is law and order, Igboho will not do what he did. And if our rulers are law-abiding, we will not be in this problem that we have now.
Sure.
There will not be any need for any president to make a proclamation that somebody should be arrested. This will be hearing of attacks, kidnappings in other parts of the country, and some elements in Mietiala, they will claim responsibility. Why were they not arrested? Why did the IGP didn't go after them? Why are they now saying Igboho should be arrested? Many have been saying making such a move, arresting the guy, will lead to something serious. I'm sure Yoruba people, the leaders, the stakeholders, they will not just fold their hands
and watch
that happen.
Yes.
So, like I said earlier, we are waiting and watching. But at least it's been some 3-4 days now after
the order was made.
So we are waiting. Or maybe Igboho is an invisible man that they cannot see.
Well, considering his background, considering his background of his metaphysical parts, and obviously
Are you sure?
We see what he wears, even with his address at Igogo. There was this.
It was putting on a bulletproof.
Sir, it was not a bulletproof.
You cannot prove it.
Sir, there was something. There was
what
a
did
proof.
You see?
There was a proof.
Some
carries and all of that. There was.
You saw it physical, or they were underneath.
Yes. So you could see. Wait, for an example, when you're wearing a clothes now, there is something that maybe just comes out. There was a sign of that.
Okay.
And based on what we know about Sunday Igboho, or your states particularly, there are a lot of things
what you know.
We've heard over time. We've heard over time of these powers that he has, metaphysical powers that he has. Could that be one of the reasons why he has not been arrested till now?
And should that be one of the reasons, then we should praise our forefathers for having such a power. Former Governor Odile Fayose of Ekiti State, some 5 years ago, February 2016, he was in Ibadan as city governor. He was at the Oyo State NUJ Press Center. That was a program. I think it was the Press Week, World Press Day. And the man said, don't fight these people. They want to destroy farmlands. They said they are looking for water for the animals. No problem. Go Yoruba way for them. Every society has its own peculiar power. It will be metaphysical, it will be physical. But it's on record that Yoruba people fought several wars. And they won. So if such a power is still existing, then we should commend Igbo for even having access to such a power in this so-called modern world. Yeah. So it will not be funny if his power transcends that of the federal government, the federal might. So let's see how far they can go.
They can go with this.
But there's one thing. Above all this metaphysical power you are talking about, Igbo has people's power.
Yeah.
He has the support of the people.
Yes, I agree.
You can't take away that fact.
Yeah.
He has the support of the people, and that is what is working for him.
For him.
You need to go through the various handles on the social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You see the level of support from Nigerians from within the country and without.
Yeah.
People are watching.
Yeah.
They are waiting to see what... There was a particular woman, I don't know where she is, but she's outside the country. She was cursing some big Yoruba personalities that she saw as collaborators with these people. So the man has the support of the people. And that is what is working for him.
Okay, so with the developments that have been happening of late, from the ultimatum to the ban to the arrest to the fire that happened yesterday, what do you think, as an analyst, what do you think would be the outcome, likelihood outcome of all of this, with the trends that is following one after the other? It's not taking so long. There are trends that are going from this to that and to that. What would you say is the likelihood outcome of all of this?
There is a general saying that we can only know the beginning, the formation of a war. Nobody can know the outcome. What will be the end result of such a war? But for me, given what I saw so far and what is still happening, I was telling some guys, I said, this is the... You know that this general saying that beginning of the end. But for me, this is the end of the beginning.
Okay.
I said it earlier on that there is an extent that you can push the people. When they get to a certain point, they will react. The sheep is a very humble animal. It rarely bites. But when you push the sheep, not even goat now, the sheep to the wall, it will turn back and take a bite at its pursuer. People cannot take this lying low forever. Igbo could be the how do I say it now? It could be the match that will be used to ignite the fire.
Okay.
But you know, I said it earlier on that it takes some individual to lead a revolution. I'm not talking about war now. But when you have a drastic change from what is to what ought to be, it is a revolution. These people from the north, initially, they felt they have all the powers, they can do and undo, nobody can touch them. But now they are beginning to beg. They are beginning to say, I'm sorry. Historically, a typical Fulani man would never say, I'm sorry. But now they are saying, I'm sorry. Things are unfolding. It will be too difficult to say this is going to be the end result.
Okay.
History evolves. If you look at history, right from inception, it keeps on evolving. It's not like, even if you look at history as a discipline, it's quite different from government as a discipline. You can say, if Mr. President do this, this will be the result in government. But in history, you can never predict the outcome of any incident. Okay. So it is evolving, it is unfolding.
Okay.
We should keep our fingers crossed.
And we would keep our fingers crossed and see where this revolution takes us to. Thank you so much, Mr. Dapo Falade, for being on this analysis, on the morning review with us. We really appreciate your presence. And until next next week, same time on Morning Review with Arrayhan TV. Thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure being here.
Thanks.